record the Rumble video. That way, in case we actually get something done today, hell, they might actually get a video. You never know with me. It's a Wednesday. Welcome back, Team DWC's boy TWP Popcorn. It's 6 p.m. Wednesday. If not, come look for me 10 a.m. Saturday or Sunday. If not, you don't know when to come look for me because you don't pay me no attention. But hell, that'll be what I tell everybody. I mean, hey, it is what it is. I'm still do my biz. Yeah, anyways, what we doing today? Probably nothing. I don't know. Supposed to be investigating this trip to Vegas for the year. So we'll get on topic and see about doing that. Let's see. We already have. Let's go straight to the maps because that's what we want. We want a Las Vegas map. Yes, sir. Yeah, I'm gonna be driving out there in December, which is good but bad, right? Oh yeah, that looks more applicable. Look at that big ass town of Vegas, surrounded by motherfucking. You got the Red Rocks over there. Uh-huh. Let me zoom out just a little bit more. A little bit more. A little bit more. So I'm gonna be coming in off of 40 because I'm not driving through Kansas. Fuck Kansas. Yep, fuck it. How you doing, Estrella? Good to see you. Y'all know to go check her out. She prefers cinematic premieres, which if you don't know what the hell those are, go check out her channel and she'll show you. You know what I mean? She'll even show you how to fix it and put it on yours. So that way, whenever she come by, you'll have a cinematic premiere and she'll actually be ecstatic about seeing it. But anyways, yeah. See, we got to go down to 40 Highway, I-40, I should say, Interstate 40. And then once we get to the, hey, you can go to Vegas from here signs, then we'll be happy about that part, right? Right. Whoever that is, that looks like that'll be the highway we jump off on. Probably the first one that'll say something about Vegas, so we'll be heading that way. Anyways, let's see. Satellite, bird's eye. Nah, we don't want no bird's eye. Let's get back in here. Let's see. It says it's a 24-hour lounge though, so only thing I need to make sure I do is get a room over by the lounge, because that'll be the part that I want to be easiest while I'm there, being in and out of the lounge. Because shouts out to New Woo. Let's go look for it. What up, Bud Files? Good to see you. How you doing? Hopefully y'all doing good, chilling good. Y'all know to go check the Bud Files out every day, because they got something for you. Let's see, where's it at? Oh, so it's right there by 15 and what's that, 93 or 44? And it looks like 93, so 15 and 93. Now let's zoom out a little bit. And just a little bit, little bit, little bit. Huh. Go out just a little bit more. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, that is right there on the north side of town, which is good because I already know that the convention center is over by that way. So they ain't too far away from each other. What up, Di's TV? Good to see you. Hopefully you're doing good, chilling good. I'm over here investigating my trip to Vegas this year for those that just tuned in. We'll be trying to check out the New Woo Cannabis Lounge on top of MJ BizCon. Shout out to MJ BizCon because you know we're gonna be doing our THING out there. You know, somebody got to show these people how to get out here and get it. Let them know we ain't just on YouTube talking shit. We'll actually hit the streets. Shout out to that Workbook 2025. You should already be sub, Scott. Technically, if I don't know you, that's why I ain't paying you no attention, sir. But Hi, how you doing? Hello, how's your evening? I normally get to the chat whenever I get to the chat, cause you know sometimes I be talking. Cause like I said, I don't actually know what the fuck I'm doing today, cause I'm just on here chilling. So let's see. Let's see. Where the fuck is that at? Cause it's not far from there. It's Vegas Drive. So I'm gonna probably end up staying. Oh no, that looks crazy as hell right there. I definitely don't want to be on the fucking strip. Forget the strip, okay? I'm not a gambler and I ain't into too much of the Sin City lifestyle. So, you know, I'm just going out there for business. So, other than that, I'll be out there for a week on some bullshit. Man, we gonna have to find something to do. Oh, I know what we gonna do. We gonna go live. Hell, we gonna be in Vegas making content. Shout out to our Google Maps experience because, you know, hopefully I'll hit over 2 million views off of that just going out to Vegas. Yeah, I'm at like 1.4 right now, so that'll hopefully get me past that 2.0 status, right? Something like that. Well, technically, normally there's not kids 10 below watching my content because I age restrict my content on a regular basis. Probably not this video, but I normally do. But other than that, hell nah, I ain't worried about no fucking kids. Fuck them damn kids. And fuck YouTube. Hell, I'm just on here because they'll allow my content to be on here no matter what I did. So, hell, they gonna sell ads to the advertisers anyways and do what they do. But listen, if people's kids are on devices, fuck you and your kids. Okay, I do not worry about children. Those are things for people that are concerned about others. And my concern for others is, hey, if you was watching my videos, you knew how concerned I was for you. I have appreciation for people, but hell, kids and making sure that they're gonna be in a safe and in a nurturing environment. Hell, if your kids is on the phone somewhere, they deserve to see everything that they gonna see because your ass ain't paying them no attention. Hell, I don't give parents a pass for being bad parents. My parents was on my ass when I was young. Cause guess what? That's what the fuck they did. Yeah, which is why now I tell people, hey, if you ain't gonna watch your kids, don't expect me to watch them. Okay, it's that simple. If you don't want to watch the little bastards, I don't want to watch them. If you let them play on the phone, why do I care what they see when they playing on the phone? They might as well be sitting there, you know, watching Adam 22. Shouts out to that guy. And speaking of guys that we're gonna give shouts out to the big homie DJ is. Y'all know he doing his thing. Go check him out on a regular basis. I mean, you might find a beat. You might want to become a rapper. You might be 45 instead of trapping. You want to be rapping. Hell, anybody can get it in there. You see what I'm saying? But yeah, I mean, it's right between 15, which is north and south, and 11, which is east to west. All right, cool. So at least I'm starting to get my grounding on Vegas because I'll be on the north side. Although I'm preferably from the south side. Talking about watching just. Well, I don't give a fuck how old you would be. Hell, you could be 50, as far as I know. But hell, if any kids, no, kids shouldn't normally be able to watch my content because most of my content is age restricted. I restricted myself, so therefore I don't worry about somebody else's kids. Why would you even say something about kids? Are you concerned there might be kids 10 below watching? I wish they would be watching me. That means they hopefully trying to figure something out because, I am a monetization coach. Hell, at the age of 10, I'd expect you to have a job. If not, be ready to learn a couple skills. Either you know which one you like or you ready to get them all, right? Yeah, if you don't know what you want to do, we'll find you something to do. Hell, ain't no 10-year-olds watching me. Which one is this? It's a gambling hall and hotel. See, we don't want none of that. We don't want none of that. Why you don't want to go gamble, popcorn? Because I've made enough gambles trying to be black in America, right? Hell, I'm trying to enjoy myself somewhere and versus worrying about going broke. Hell, they'll help you go broke, won't they? Yeah, they will. They do that expeditiously. Expeditiously. Okay, let me just search this up. Las Vegas New Lounge. And nearby. Why did it put that on there? I hit A and it gave me caps lock. Hoteliers. I said S. Good to see Grandma Groves. Y'all know she was live this morning. Go check her out. See what the do it is over there. See, it's one right there beside the damn thing. Go over. That's that one that's got that gambling at it, but I ain't going there. Y'all know we is not gambling. We is not gambling. Holy shnikes. Y'all see these room prices? We can stay at the Trump 173 a night. It's 5 stars though. That's 5 stars. Let's see. Oh hell no, we definitely ain't going there. They got $50 rooms. That's that Plaza Casino. We ain't going there because we don't want to be right by no damn gambling. I don't even want to see it. You know what I mean? I don't even want to see it. Look at these rooms though. This is exactly why I'm looking because I was supposed to have booked 2 months ago so I could have locked in and secured these $100 rooms. But, I got to make things difficult for myself and almost wait to the last minute. Mainstay suits. Let's see, that's down 15, so that'll probably be. Nah, that's closer. That's on the other side, so that's almost on the south side, damn near. Yep. Let me move the map a little bit more because I'd rather head south and then head north versus heading south and then going north. Yeah, y'all don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Hell, half y'all people don't even leave home. Shouts out to everybody on the couch. Appreciate that part, right? Y'all get to sit there and watch me do and talk about shit, which, shouts out to my haters, because, hell, they'll keep you motivated. Hater be in your comment section talking reckless. You'll be ready to go find them. I ain't gonna go find you. I'm gonna leave you alone. I'm gonna let you do what you do. I'm gonna let you do what it do. The Sahara, that actually looks decent. It's a 4-star hotel. Let's go see. Yeah. Is that the pool? Shit. Feeling that pool. We just gonna write that one down because yeah, I'll get up here tomorrow and check that right the fuck out. And then it's actually not far from Nubu. It'll probably be within 20-30 minute drive. SAHARA. Yes. It is 702 761. See, that's what I like about that. They got the 761 area code. That's the same as my house phone number. It's 761 that. If you want to get the number, buy me a coffee. I'll tell you what my number is, and I'll let you call me when I'm at home one day. 7,000. Anyways, that looked like it might work. I might have to get on there and get some booking about that, cause yeah, that'll be enough for me. Anyways, I'm satisfied with that portion of what I was doing for the day. So y'all can just kicky the rockets, or you can sit here and chill with me. DJ Tanya, good to see you. How you doing? Hopefully it's a good Wednesday. I don't know where the hell we going. Oh, I ain't got no videos queued up for the day because I was doing that. But since I like that hotel, that's gonna be a nice one. Yeah, I'm planning my 40th birthday trip to Vegas because my parents said you turned 40 this year, and we gonna send you somewhere because we know how you are. So they trying to send me to Vegas, which I was like, well, bet I do want to go to Vegas, but it's not for my birthday. I wanted to go in December because that's when MJ Biz kind of is, and y'all know we over here on our business consultations and shit like that. So that's why we putting together a business birthday trip. Sponsored by our favorite sponsors. Because if you ain't got sponsors, you better get you some damn coaching. Shouts out to the monetization coaching, which is available on level 2 Buy Me a Coffee membership. Which, for those level 2 Buy Me a Coffee members that haven't been getting a coaching, hey, I know why y'all ducking me. You understand? I know why you ducking me. Your coach believes in you. Just remember that. Coach knows your potential and will put your ass to work. Okay, have you over here like, man, I need to go to Vegas too. It was Monday. Okay, it was Monday. We already had that this week. I'm a quiet person about that type of event. I don't say nothing beforehand, just after. Let you know what we doing after we done did it. Because, I don't want everybody thinking I'm on here trying to get some of them friendly dollars. Because the way my birthday set up, I got a checking account and a savings account. And if you ain't putting it into my savings account, I don't care what you checking for. Oh yeah, you know me. I'm King Virgo. You know what I mean? King Virgo, one of them slimes. You dig? Born on the 15th. Check day. That's why I'm always talking about money for people that don't get that part. You know what I mean? Hey, why is he always talking about monetization code? Yada yada yada. The boy was born on check day. Okay, if you ain't trying to get a check, you ain't talking shit that he want to hear no way. Then if you want to get a check, he'll try to help you get it because, I'm not a hater. I appreciate y'all having paper. You know what I mean? When people I know have paper, that means I should have some paper. And if I ain't got no paper, then hell, me watching you get some paper got me hyped. What they say, I'll hype me up. Yeah, I'll hype me up all goddamn day. Where was that video at? I just seen my dude had a video talking about indoor cultivation, which will be a good wrap up for right now. Because, I ain't trying to press y'all with just me sitting here holding down the laptop. Well, shit, I had a great birthday. Hell, I was trying to get me some Chinese this year, but that didn't work out. But, one of these days I might pull up to the dim sum place, like you said in Rush Hour. We'll find us a little buffet somewhere, have 2 or 3 meals. You dig? Come on, where is it at? Where is it at? See, this is what I don't like about this. Whenever I am looking for something, the shit want to disappear. Okay, we gonna pull up our history. What was popcorn watching? I ain't gonna show y'all too much because here go the video I was looking for right here. Like to hear it? Here it goes. I'm gonna roll up though. Y'all keep talking that ish shit in chat if you want. Man, I did that last week. This is just leftover code. That's why I'm mad. Love, excuse me. Bad timing for that.
Herb for quite some time now. They've got medical herb and they decriminalized back in 2019. But despite all that, the people are still fighting for home grows and for rec. And down there, it's actually illegal to grow unless you're a registered medical patient or a caregiver. But now there's some big changes as lawmakers push new rules, all while Hawaii health officials push rescheduling.
For joining us this evening, the push to legalize recreational use of marijuana continues. Bills moving through the legislature.
Yeah, that must like it paid up rent or something.
I spoke to lawmakers.
Yeah, and I don't like them type of posts. That
to see
motherfucker
where they stand on the issue.
had body ache and all type of shit.
Could this be the year Hawaii allows recreational use of marijuana? That's the question as joint committees in Senate prepare to cast a
Joint
vote
committees.
Wednesday. Does it seem like it's really going to happen this time?
I'm not sure.
Senator Donovan Dela Cruz says some of the biggest concerns include the amount of weed allowed, workplace restrictions, enforcement, and the mindset of cannabis being a gateway drug.
Well, we want to make sure that all concerns are being addressed. You know, there's arguments on both sides, so it's a fine line that we're really trying to walk to make sure that we pass something that's going to be responsible and something that still allows people the flexibility.
The only thing you need to know is medical for any age, okay? Medical over everything. If you have a condition that can be treated with cannabis, therefore they'll get you a prescription, and then medical over everything. Then after that, it's 21, okay? Not 18, not 12, not 5, but 21. Then after 21, you can go in that store and buy whatever the fuck you want. Hey, you can go die for your country at the age of 18, but at 21, you can go buy alcohol. Same with cannabis. I mean, we don't like it, but hey, it works. That way, the people won't be able to say, well, we have to worry about kids getting this. You ain't got to worry about kids getting shit. Like I was telling, what's his nuts? What was his name again? I think it was Stan Smith. Nah, Scott Wright. Scott Wright. If kids are able to get a hold of shit, that means the parents ain't doing their job. That means you don't even say nothing else to the people that might be doing anything. You say shit to people with kids that ain't doing their fucking job. If you can't watch your kids, don't call me. What did I say? I'm not here to babysit. I'm here to go ahead and put them motherfuckers to work. Okay, either they in the trap or they ain't. Okay, and if they trapping, they better be good at it. Hell, I ain't gotta explain to you what the scale does. It weighs out the shit that you sell. You see what I'm saying? Hell, fucking kids. But that's a whole nother story. 'Cause like I said, they'll sit there and try to sit there and make the news. Well, we're trying to protect people's children. Nah, you let people protect their own goddamn kids. If I want little fucking Ray Ray to be sitting here hitting a blunt, that's exactly what he gonna be doing. He gonna be sitting here rolling the fuck up. If I want little Ray Ray in a child's place, being respectful, that's exactly what the fuck he gonna be doing. Hell, ain't no we gotta worry about other people's kids because the law needs to be established for that. Nah, you let people worry about their own damn kids, and if the kids gonna get weed regardless, why are you making it harder for the adults that don't have kids that don't want to worry about what the fuck is going on with other people's kids? Hell, make that part make sense. They won't do it. I won't even tell you to hold your breath.
That they might need.
Hawaii blazed ahead in the year
All right,
2000
time you get
as
to
one of the
see.
first states in the country to
I'll be ready to
legalize
catch
for
up with you
medicinal
on Saturday,
purposes. And many
if
had
not
high
Friday
hopes
night.
recreational use would soon
Depends
follow.
on which time I'm
Instead,
going to
attempts
bed.
to make it so
Hell,
have
might
been
be
nipped
early,
in the
might be
bud
late.
year after year. While there is momentum behind the current proposals, there are some who say this is not the right way, and there are even concerns from those who are pro-cannabis.
So clearly there's always politics when it comes to legalization, no matter which state you're in, because there are always people on both sides of the debate who have pretty valid arguments when it comes to legalization. Some folks may agree with them, other folks may not agree with them. But despite that, one thing is abundantly clear, and that is Hawaii supports legal herb. And I'm going to show you guys a poll to that end in a bit. But before we do, let's hear what business owners have to say.
I met with Jason Hanley at his patient-based cannabis farm that's been in business since 2015.
I do think that cannabis needs to be destigmatized and legalized.
But he says the current bills aren't the way to go.
The bills right now are based on, only a few players being able to run the dispensaries and run the adult recreational market. That's really what they're all about.
He says that won't help the community.
You leave all the Hawaiian people behind that have been growing here for 40 years, the legacy growers that grow the best medicine in the world and can provide the best medicine to our kapuna and our people who are healing.
House Speaker Scott Psyche also has his reservations.
That at some point recreational marijuana will be authorized in Hawaii. I'm just not so confident that this is the right year of marijuana.
And like I said, as long as we all get medical programs for the people that want to bitch about, well, then I have to go get a medical license. You'd rather have a license than a fucking right, okay? A license means, hey, as long as you paying your money, they ain't gonna say nothing funny to you. You can come pick up your weed. Which way do you want it? You want it medical or rec today? Well, let me get some recreational cannabis. But since I have a medical license, I can pick it up anywhere type shit. Because, like I said, you have a right to be healthy as a slave. Yes, we're all slaves. Don't forget that point. You see what I'm saying? Since they take taxes out of your money before you even see the rest of it. So, therefore, you're a slave. Anyways, for the people that don't like that, hey, write your motherfucking senator. Okay, why am I paying taxes out of my check before I even get my check? I'm supposed to pay taxes whenever I feel like paying taxes. Like, okay, I made X amount of money this year. Well, this will be the check that I use to pay taxes with, type of shit. Versus they just taking taxes out of every fucking check I get, type of time. Yeah, that's because we on that bullshit and they on that bullshit. And I mean, hell, I didn't vote for none of them motherfuckers. So y'all know how we do. Yeah. Yeah. Hit the play button. Still controlled.
Controlled substance on the federal list. So there are a lot of limitations when it comes to marijuana.
If the bill does make it through the legislature, Governor Josh Green has said he would support recreational use for adults as long as public safety concerns and other issues are addressed.
Now, those are some interesting points, guys. We've seen bad bills proposed in the past. For instance, Amendment 3 down in Florida, which would have essentially monopolized the market, but also did not allow home grows. And that's a similar situation to what we're seeing in Hawaii, where some of these bills are proposed, but the people are not in favor of the conditions and terms that are on those bills. Because let's face it, no one wants the market to be monopolized by big players, a bunch of Chads and Brads, when the truth is there's some really amazing Hawaiian growers, for instance, Deep Green Genetics, and I met with Uwa a couple of years back, and the passion that some of these Hawaiian growers show is absolutely remarkable, outstanding, and truly commendable, because a lot of these folks know that the grassroots, the love and care that goes into gardening, that's what really matters, not a bunch of profits being made by the Chads and Brads. Now, like I said, different states have different laws when it comes to the good herb, and over in Hawaii, they've actually legalized medical use and decriminalized the good herb, but they've not allowed home grows, and it's not allowed for recreational use either. So what we're seeing is a situation where a lot of folks can get it for medical purposes, and you can even grow the good herb if you have a medical card. And if you are, you got to be registered with the Hawaii state government, and only then will you be able to cultivate up to 10 plants at home. But there's a lot of red tape because the Hawaii Department of Health must approve and register the specific location where you grow the plants. The grow site must be the residence of the patient or caregiver, and it must be a location that you own and control. All plants must have an identification tag, and the tag must
Now, see, that's that bullshit right there. I mean, I understand about being able to control and keep your area secure, but why would you have to own the house to grow in a house? Come on now. That means if you stay in an apartment building, yeah, if y'all people in the apartments, yeah, stay over there with your neighbors because now you can't even grow. See, once again, this is why they said it's more important for the medical because then as long as you got your medical, then you can argue with them about the fact that nah, this is for medical. I mean, if I'm on a medical plan, that means my insurance ain't paying for me to have a house. Type shit. Type shit.
display the patient's registration number and the card's expiration date. So even though you are allowed to grow at home if you are a registered medical patient, there's still a lot of red tape and still a lot of regulations that you need to follow. And that's why there's still a massive push for legalization of recreational herb down in Hawaii, and it remains a significant priority.
Back here at home, a new public opinion poll finds the majority of Hawaii is in favor of legalizing marijuana in the state. The poll, which used an outside firm commissioned by the Hawaii Cannabis Industry Association, found 86% of residents think cannabis should be legalized, with over half of those in favor saying it should also be allowed for recreational use. Across the country, 21 states currently allow personal adult use. Advocates point to the potential financial boon for the state that can come with legal pot.
I think $81 million is a good financial incentive for the state to move forward with legalization, but to also make sure that the that come with more drugs and the prohibition of cannabis be addressed as well. It's important that we don't have people that are still being incarcerated for small amounts of cannabis, where in other states it's already allowed to be freely used.
Governor Josh Green told us on Sunrise last month that he was open to legalization to bring Hawaii in line with other states. He also cited the potential revenue. About 34,000 patients in Hawaii currently hold medical cannabis cards. Look out for hearings on a handful of cannabis bills.
So clearly there's overwhelming support in Hawaii when it comes to legalization of the good herb. And considering the fact that Hawaii legalized herb for medical purposes quite some time ago, it surely feels like it's just a matter of time. Now I want to take you guys back to when Hawaii opened their first medical dispo, but also show you guys what Hawaii's Attorney General said in terms of legalization of recreational herb, because he provided a roadmap. But before we do, just a quick reminder, if you're getting value from this video, please do like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And if you want to support us further, join the ICANN VIP Bean Club, or just buy us a cup of coffee. And if you happen to be a home gardener, try the ICANN Organics, use the code LEGAL, it works on Thunder.
After years of hurdles, the state's first medical marijuana dispensary opened for business today. Maui-grown therapies in Kahului got the green light to sell dried medical cannabis to registered patients. And this is one of the state's 8 licensed dispensaries. So when will the others open, and why haven't they opened yet? Sarah Madison is getting you answers tonight. Sarah.
Marissa, the Department of Health says the other 7 are at different stages of the approval process, including the dispensaries here on Oahu. Officials tell me some haven't started growing marijuana, and others don't have a retail space yet. For the first time, a medical marijuana dispensary in Oahu is available to registered patients.
Prior to this point, we've done intakes for about 400 patients, and we're inviting them to come in by appointment this week for sales. It's our soft opening. We're trying to ease into operations.
Now that clip was literally from almost a decade ago, at 8 years back. And since then, Hawaii's made a lot of changes and a lot of steps in the right direction. And one of those steps was decriminalizing small amounts so that you don't get in trouble if you got caught with a couple grams.
Good evening, everybody. Walking around with a small amount of weed will not land you in jail anymore, as the state is decriminalizing marijuana. New law has nothing to do with medical marijuana because that's already legal here.
And as Erica Engel reports, the new decriminalization only applies to a very small amount of cannabis.
There is a difference between decriminalization and legalization. House Majority Leader Della Belatti says many in Hawaii are not ready to make that leap.
I think we see other states taking huge leaps forward, in some people's minds, with adult use legalization. And I think we really have to have more of a community conversation about that, because I think that, it's not something that everyone in the state of Hawaii is comfortable with.
Creates a task force that will review other states' laws and penalties to see what changes might be made to Hawaii's laws going forward. It also allows for those who previously were convicted of possession of 3 grams or less of marijuana to get their records wiped clean under certain conditions. The first step would be for them to make a request of the court. This amount of dried herbs, 3 grams, shows how much marijuana could get you a ticket instead of arrested. Starting January 11th, instead of being arrested, anyone caught with
3 grams ain't really, that's enough to make it through the night. On the right night. Hell, a good day, it might be a couple days. Depends on what you smoke it out of. If you smoking 1.5 gram blunts, you ain't gonna make it far on the 3.5. You dig? Your blunt's looking like this, you might make it off of 3.5. You might get about four of them up out of there. Get you a nice pack of wild hemps. You did get you some of them in there. But yeah, 3.5 ain't much to be traveling with to go into Hawaii, but I guess it's cool to have on you because it's better than nothing. An 1/8 is better than no weed.
3 grams of marijuana or less will be fined $130. It's unclear whether police officers will be equipped with scales to weigh marijuana they find on people while on patrol. He asked the Honolulu Police Department, but did not hear back.
You know, I think when we look at the legislation as a whole, there are going to be people who are not happy that we didn't go far enough, and yet I think through the discussions that we had at the legislature, we did take a step towards imports in cannabis decriminalization with this bill.
Bellotti says the new law is a starting point, which is likely to undergo further changes as the task force does its work.
So despite decriminalization, to this day, recreational use of the good herb over in Hawaii remains illegal, with possession of small amounts, 3 grams or less, subject to that decriminalization, not full legality. So that right there, guys, is the distinction. Only 3 grams. It's not even a full eighth. And that's why a lot of folks are calling for these laws to go a little bit further. Allow the people in Hawaii access to recreational herb. Allow the people in Hawaii to grow their own plants. And these are some of the big concerns of the people. And to that end, the Hawaii Attorney General actually issued a clear roadmap for legalizing the good herb. So let's hear what he had to say.
All new tonight, a major move toward legalizing recreational pakalolo for adults in Hawaii. The state attorney general is proposing a comprehensive plan designed to overcome hurdles that have blocked legalization for years. Daryl Huff has the details and new reaction.
Right now, the only way to buy marijuana legally is from a medical cannabis dispensary like this one. The Attorney General's plan would encourage the development of a retail recreational marijuana industry while still protecting the medical dispensaries.
The Attorney General has done a really good job pulling together all of the different input and providing a comprehensive bill.
Attorney General Ann Lopez promised the package during her proclamation. The 294-page proposal includes a 10% tax surcharge on top of the excise tax for adult-use marijuana, offers currently illegal growers a path to joining the legal industry while beefing up law enforcement and health education programs to protect young people.
I think this is the best version to date, and part of it is the efforts to try and address a lot of the issues that came up along the way in the other states.
The program closely follows the Massachusetts model, which pioneered what's called a social equity program, offering grants and support to illegal growers to help them become legit.
The most important thing we can do is we can bring the people who have been growing and selling marijuana illegally into the legal market.
If they don't go straight, they face a dedicated 14-member law enforcement unit.
It's going to be a concerted investigative process to ensure that the law is followed.
The proposal comes with its...
And once again, I got all these old-ass people on the videos doing most of the talking. Don't nobody want to hear what the old folks say, because, hell, y'all old. Well, we're going to give you a chance. Nah. And instead of arresting your ass, we're going to make your ass sit there and do your fucking paperwork so you can actually do what the fuck you're supposed to be doing. Hell, we ain't going to make it to where, oh, you already got this, and this set up. That means you already invested. Since we found out, now we're going to do our job instead of being here to arrest and serve you and take your money. Nah. We ain't going to serve you by taking your money. We going to serve you by making sure you pay taxes. Therefore, we still stay paid also. But, now the people's happy because they can actually go to you to get weed for real.
Its own bureaucracy. The Hawaii Cannabis Authority would regulate the businesses and a product testing program, and enforcement, social equity, and health education programs would each have their own staff and funding. To protect dispensaries, medical cannabis would be exempt from the 10% tax, and the dispensaries would most likely be the first to sell recreational pot.
They're already standing up, they're already growing, they are already prepared to go to market.
Lopez is proposing that sales begin 18 months after the proposal becomes law, which lawmakers support as well. 18 months from approval may sound like a long time, but because the Attorney General's plan is so comprehensive, it may speed up the process of getting it in the first place.
Now, despite the Attorney General's comprehensive...
Now, see, the good thing about that is, coming up, your boy gonna have his plants on deck. What are you talking about on deck, Fred? We'll have a nice variety of genetics that are ready to be within flower as soon as you purchase them. Meaning you've purchased them, the only thing you got to do is give them a week or two to adapt to whatever you was trying to feed it, because the plants is already big enough that, hey, you can flip right in the flower and go on about your business. 2 months later, you can have a harvest and go on right about your business. So, yeah. While you building up, you can go ahead and start your flowering process. It ain't no you got to wait 3 months to go through veg. No, you can just go ahead Make sure they in your system right for a week. Make sure that they adjust to their new foods. Because if you change anything up, you want to give them time to acclimate, and then guess what? Flip right into flour, and you gone. Yeah, Uganda. Shout out to that African nation. You see what I'm saying? Uganda, because that's where we're trying to keep y'all. Gone.
Of plans, it seems that a lot of these bills still fail. And there are a lot of reasons for that. And a lot of people actually cite social justice as a big part of legalization. And while that may be true, I don't think that that should be the primary focus. The primary focus should be giving these people who need these plans for relief the access to these plans that they need. And this is actually an issue that we discussed in a couple videos back when it comes to licensing, because in licensing there are a lot of lotteries, there are a lot of social justice requirements and social justice programs which favor certain communities as opposed to other communities. And in so doing, it may be perceived as a little bit unfair. But like I said earlier in the show, if it's a bad bill, it's just a bad bill.
Today, Hawaii remains one of 29 states with standing laws against recreational adult use legalization, seeing the greatest amount of progress last year when Senate Bill 767 failed to get through the House, but passed 20 votes to 5 in the Senate. This year, however, under Governor Josh Green and a less conservative executive administration, expectations are for even greater support within the legislature. Still, it's receiving mixed reactions from those within the cannabis community.
Fast bills and recreational bills this year are just bad bills, and they're not gonna work.
Opponents say in building a foundation of a standing medical program supporting local cultivators and patients, the state can then think about branching to the recreational market. Their worries, however, stand in the idea that big brand companies and dispensaries won't lead to a healthy and thriving cannabis community.
What happens if you go into this premature recreational market, you're gonna do exactly what we have right now. Hawaii's thriving black market, you know? People who don't want to go to dispensaries are going to the black market. That's the way it works, right? Because it's cheaper, it's more affordable.
That's just how it's always going to be, guys. If there's no recreational market, no open, free market, a lot of people are still going to hit up the black or illicit markets. And plus, we already know that a lot of people express concerns about being a registered medical patient and having to give up your Second Amendment rights. Because the truth is, some folks just don't want their information in the hands of the government, especially when it comes to consumption of the good herb. Now, recently, we all know that rescheduling has been a hot topic, and Hawaii health officials have been pushing for federal rescheduling as
y'all know to go check out Beat After Beat.
And
He got more content, so you ain't got to go looking for him, but every day. You know what I'm saying? Go watch something every day. Be good for your musical aptitude.
also, some of those lawmakers and senators down in Hawaii are pushing to close the black market and also push big laws when it comes to medical herb. That'll make it easier to get medical herb, but harder to get stuff off of the black market.
All new at 6, big reforms may be in Hawaii's medical marijuana program, along with a crackdown on illicit CBD outlets. The changes would make it much easier to get medical cannabis and harder to legally. Daryl Huff has details.
Lawmakers say they are giving up on legalizing recreational marijuana for the time being and shifting their focus to making the medical marijuana system better while cracking down on violators.
I can't grow it here. I can't grow it at home.
Except
These people have to go somewhere, and we
record a
don't
video,
want them going to organized crime.
put it up.
In the black
Yeah,
market.
those are nice.
For their medical conditions.
Hawaii's 25-year-old
Actually,
medical
they did it for
marijuana
marijuana.
system has needed updating. Fewer
Actually,
people
I
are
had.
using regulated dispensaries and may
I do
be
a lot of
turning
videos. I be
to
forgetting
unlicensed
sometimes.
CBD stores and illegal dealers. They were also concerned about community grow sites getting too big.
The loophole became a massive giant hole that was essentially undercutting the whole industry. And so that's why we need to regulate.
So senators have proposed a host of changes. One of the biggest would let a medical professional decide if cannabis would help a patient instead of having to follow a restrictive list of ailments.
These 3 conditions, anxiety, insomnia, and depression, are things that a certified provider could reasonably consider for patients who are suffering from these.
More dispensary outlets would be authorized for rural areas, and for the first time, licensed cultivators could sell medical-grade cannabis to the dispensaries.
We need to have more cultivators who are producing high-quality flower for patients. So that could be a potential benefit, but that's a big change.
They'd essentially be able to wholesale to various retail locations, which is the way alcohol works. It's the way tobacco works. It's easier to regulate.
Bills in both houses would also restore the system of caregivers to help people who want homegrown product. The Health Department opposed letting caregivers help more than one patient at a time.
We would ask that one-to-one relationship be maintained to reduce the risk of commercial operations and diversions.
The bills also crack down on CBD stores by requiring licenses, seizing products with THC, and then shutting them down.
So it's not only the ability to immediately seize and
What up?
immediately
Shout out to the big homie. Y'all know to go check out Son of O&C Company.
also be able to go after the establishments themselves.
The crackdown would also extend
I decided on which
regulations, including patients and caregivers.
hotel I'll be staying at out in Vegas when I head out there in
Already have to
December.
violate federal law to participate. So if you start adding on all these punitive measures,
So I'll
patients
be
are
locking
going to
that
think
in
it's
as
not
soon as
worth the
possible.
effort, and they're going to go back underground.
The Senate's proposals must now go back to the House, and it's a lot to absorb late in the session. But House leaders say they do agree about the need to improve the dispensary system and crack down on the illicit.
Damn, look like all the homies coming through. Yeah, I mean, it is Wednesday. Y'all know when to come looking for your boy. Appreciate the support, though. Y'all know to go check out the big homie Dallas, Texas Guns and Cooking. You know, he got like 50 channels. So, you know, you start typing in Dallas, Guns, Cooking, and the big homie, and he should pop up because, you know, he out there.
Markets.
So some of those proposed changes seem to have good intentions, and the truth is some of those changes actually recently became law. And one of those big changes is in relation to the caregiver laws. Have a look.
But many patients prefer cannabis they or their caregivers have grown. The new law expands what caregivers can do, allowing them to grow 10 plants each for up to 5 patients.
What we really want to do is just make the whole system more convenient for patients.
While allowing more dispensary licenses, the bill bans large growing cooperatives like this one at Mokuleia that concerned law enforcement and competed with dispensaries. Shared grow sites now are limited to 5 patients or caregivers on one site.
So that's 50 total plants, and patients can also collectively pool their resources.
50 plants, come on
grow
now.
on one plot,
10 plus per
only up to
person.
5 patients.
So it seems that Hawaii is taking baby steps when it comes to legalization and really implementing a piecemeal approach. They're step by
They
step, trying to
tripping.
really appeal to everyone, protect the legal market, protect the
Oh,
medical
shit.
patients, but
Hell, I'm
also
glad it's
eradicate
that
the
time
black
here.
market. And the entire
Hopefully
thing
you'll
is
be off
really
work so
interesting,
late.
considering the fact that the black
Got
market
one rolled
usually
up for you,
booms when
is
patients
you
are
gonna have to
not
go
easily
home and
able
roll
to
one.
access the products
Either
they
way,
need, or when
hell,
taxes and
that
requirements
job
and
ain't gonna be too
regulations are
much
just
longer.
too high. But all that said, let me
You'll
know
be
what
back
you
out
guys
here
think about
networking.
all this that we've discussed today. Do you guys think that Hawaii should just legalize home grows for everyone and call it a day? Or do you guys think that the registered medical patient and the caregiver program is sufficient? Drop it in the comments down below and let me know. Now, I'm pretty certain that
Well, you know how I already feel about that. I already feel that the medical is more important because then, like I said, you get medical over rec because rec's good for people that want to just smoke, but medical is going to give you the uh, authorization, authority. Yeah, authority. We're just going to say authority. Okay, it'll give you the authority to go ahead and do what the fuck you're supposed to do anyways because you done paid them and they got the proof of hey, he's not faking about this. Okay, so you know you can want to smoke weed all day, but if you ain't gonna say why you deserve to smoke weed all day, because I paid the cost to be the boss, motherfucker. Now shut the fuck up. Type of time. You see what I'm saying? We be on that type of time. Cheese and crackers on some wine. We on that type of time.
this one flew under the radar because weed sales are booming in a lot
Oh,
of
well,
these
that's what's
southern
up here.
states. So whoever thought
He
the
said
weed
I
was
came
not
out
good
with
in
one
the
in the
South,
car,
you're
so
probably
when I got
wrong.
off
Check
that ride home, ain't no
because it's
ride.
coming
It's
up
a
right
I'm a
now.
glide. Shit, be gliding home like, hey. I sit at the bus stop waiting on this motherfucking stoplight to turn green, Nick. Yeah, but it was a stop sign and I wasn't even nowhere but at the car, parked, 106. Anyways, I ain't gonna hold y'all up all day. I still gotta take a shower, do some other grown people stuff. Six Bows is back in the building, but we leaving, so y'all know to go check her out. She had a video earlier